What up guys, this is Kong. I'm back again for another movie review. Today I'm going to be talking about Annihilation. Starred by Natalie Portman and some other actress. I'm sorry I don't know their name. I will put it in the tag section so you guys will know which actors in there. But yeah, I'm sure you can find out on Fandango or imdb.com. Just go there, you'll know who's the actress. But let's talk about the pros and the cons and my thought about the movies and what I have to say to you guys and my recommendation and the score, of course, if you care about the score. But let's talk about the pros. It's an all-woman cast. I like that. You don't see that quite often, except for Ghostbusters. Even though I didn't watch it, it was horrible. I just like a horrible movie. But beside the point, it was an all-woman cast, and I like that. It's nice to see movies that are trying to be different. All the women have issues, problem, and insecurity, and that's good. That's nice to see. It's nice to know that they're, excuse me, these women are no different from the men. They are human essentially, and they have all the problems. Nobody is perfect. The women are all still women, and I love that. It's just that they're not damsel in distress. They're damsel in search, damsel with issues. You know, they're still strong women, and I appreciate that, and I like that. It's like they are still intact. They're actually still women. Thank goodness. The visual are fascinating, are terrifying, are beautiful at all different time. It's like one moment you're like, oh shit, this is some scary shit, and then you're like, oh damn, this is beautiful, really interesting. And then another time you're like, this is straight up bizarre. You know, it's like it keep you at different pace. It give you that. It's like it's just bizarre, and that's the best way I can put it. A bizarre way in a good way. The really grotesque is terrifying would be the bear with no eye, the crocodile and shark. These are all spoiler here, so if you don't want spoiler, get out of this review. You know, go somewhere else. The terrifying horror part with so one of the soldiers' body was separated. You know, his body was on the inside of the wall, and his upper body was up higher in the wall. It was like, it was disturbing at the same time, but really creepy. It captured all the terrifying aspect. And then you have this beautiful scene with these deers and these fishes, translucent fishes, and then you have these trees like almost crystal trees. It was interesting. And then you have these plant or tree that grow to look like human, have the human form. It was really beautiful. It was really interesting. It was almost eye-provoking. You know, it's like, huh, interesting. It's like, these are the kind of visual that you don't see in your mainstream movie. It's just like, wow, you know, it's captivating. It captures your eye, and you remember those sequences. You remember the horrible one, and you remember the beautiful one, and that's why I like this movie, because those are the images that you bring with you when you leave the theater. You don't forget them. You remember them. Probably for the rest of your life. I probably will remember those sequences forever because they're so memorable. They're so beautiful, scary at the same time, at different points of the movie, and it's just captured. It's just beautifully captured. The shimmer really fucked up every living thing inside the shimmer. It have to do with the whole refraction and the destroying and the whole moving everything, just altering DNAs and everything. One of the scientists, I think it was a scientist or the physicist, talks about it, how everything is screwed up. Like everything is like not the same. It's recreated, retake grow to a new form, created. I thought that was really interesting because I'm gonna get into the whole deeper meaning. There's probably another movies, another videos if I ever have the time. So I like that they touched on the subject of biology, science, death, creations, and all of that. It's just touches it because the characters did talk about it, and you see it. It's like it makes you think about, is this even possible in nature's? It just flip everything is around. It's just interesting. I like the interesting choice of music. The score, especially the ending, was terrifying. It was like, it was on edge. It reminded me a lot of it Interstellar. It was like, oh my god, she's gonna get crushed by this doppelganger. It's just it kept sounds. It does have effect on the audience if you pick the right score and the right effect for the particular sequence or scene. It's just, boy, it made me feel queasy. It's like, oh man, she's gonna die here. She's gonna squished to death, and it really captures it. So let's talk about the con. There's only 2 con, maybe 3. How did he find her at the beginning of the movie? I didn't really quite get. I mean, I'm kind of sort of thinking about it. It just still didn't really connect to me yet. Maybe I'll come back to you guys about it. Maybe it'll connect. It's just sort of still there. And then what happened to all the other living thing after the being or the alien was burned to death, so to speak? You think that all the other creature around inside the shimmer would die, perish along with this alien or this being, this entity. But only the surrounding area was, I guess, evaporated or burned up. I thought that it just didn't really provide me any really questions. It maybe asked more questions. I should say, it didn't provide me more answer. That I had more question for it. That's how I should have said it. The ending kind of felt a little drag, a little long, but it gave you that, like, the whole, at the ending where this, I guess you could say, the leader, her life force got drawn out of her, and then you see this like sounds and this, what the fuck this thing is, and it's making noise. It's like, it's almost mesmerizing her, and mesmerizing you, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? What is that thing? I thought that was interesting. And then the whole doppelgangers and stuff, that was kind of dragged out a little bit, but you can feel the tension, and I like that. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to be in that situation. Not enough time to explore the world inside the shimmer, because there's so much to see in this, in the shimmer. There's so much to explore. I think we just see a glimpse of it in this shimmer. I feel like it should be a series. I feel like maybe a 1-season series. I think that would be enough, just to give us the frightening, the horror inside of it, everything. Just to understand or see. I would love to see more of the visuals in the shimmers, and we got to see just a few very memorable. But I just want to see more. I want to know more. I guess I'm intrigued. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So what I think of this movie, it's one of those movies where you have to think about it, after you leave the theaters, and you have to ponder it, off and on about it. It's just because of the visual, it stick with you. You're like, is this even possible? What's going on? If this can this happen? It makes you ask a lot of questions, and that's a good thing. When a sign of a good movie is that it makes you think, and that's usually a good sign. So with the score I would give this movie, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. The visual, like I said, the visual is great. It's really beautiful, terrifying at the same, all different time. The acting was alright. I like the cast. I like the choice of cast. it just wasn't, the story wasn't well executed. It didn't really feel like it was a journey. It wasn't feel like you got something out of it. It's like, okay, to me, I feel like you have to take for what it is, and you have to interpret it. So it was all right. I would not recommend going. I only say if you want to. I say you have to go watch it if you don't have any other movies or you don't have any other choice. Then you watch this movie to experience the visuals and craziness inside the shimmers. So like I said, guys, I give it a 6 out of 10. I would not recommend that you have to go watch it, only if you have the time and there's no other movies. So, but anyway, guys, I want to say please like, thumbs up, share, browse, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press that bell button, guys. That will help me and help you know what's going on with the updates I got for you guys. But most importantly, I want to thank you so much for your time and effort to watching my movie review of Annihilation.